Alright, before this video starts, I'm going to do a little self-introduction. My name is Cray, also known as Weeb on PlayStation. I've been a console Overwatch player for 3 years. I've been peak GM on every single role except for support in Overwatch 1. And in Overwatch 2, I peaked GM5 on DPS, as well as trying to peak GM5 on tank this current season. Now, I'm going to be doing a little aim guide, just a little sensitivity guide, honestly. It's nothing too in-depth. If you're looking for more in-depth things, this is probably not the video for you. I'm just going to go over a sensitivity option that I have for myself that I use on a consistent day-to-day basis. And hopefully you'll be able to see this and use this as a reference to try and find a sweet spot for yourself for your own sensitivity. So let's go.
I'm on fire.
Now, before I show off my sensitivities, you have to be honest with yourself here. Like, is this sensitivity going to be good for you? Because honestly, sensitivity options and references and guides, they're not going to be everything that you would need to be better at the game. So I hope everything that you're listening here to, everything that you're seeing, you take with a grain of salt, that you don't take too seriously, and that you only use to find a good reference for yourself. I know a lot of people have a hard time finding their sensitivities, like knowing where to start, and they look to guides like these to help them start. And there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, I don't want you tricking yourself into thinking like, oh, I should use this sensitivity because this really high ranked player uses it. And sometimes that does work out for certain players, but not everyone. So just keep in mind that whatever I'm saying might not work for you. It's not guaranteed to work for anybody. I just hope you can use this as a reference. I just hope you can use this to better yourself somehow and enlighten you and gives you a spark to find your own sensitivity settings. So without further ado, we're gonna go over my sensitivity settings for the most consistent character I use, which is Soldier 76. He was the first character that helped me get to Masters. I would only solo queue using Soldier, and I had a pretty high win rate as 73%, I think. He was pretty easy to use. He had high damage, he had nice range, sustain, mobility. He was very easy to use as well. He was just like the best pick for me to use in order to climb consistently. So anywho, here are my sensitivity settings for him. Just know that these settings are my default for every one of my heroes. They hardly change. There are some exceptions like Genji, like what on reduces aim assist here and there, but like other than that, it's quite literally the same for everybody. Now, I've been playing first-person shooters for a pretty long time, so I've always been kind of used to higher sensitivities. And whenever I tried to play high sensitivities in Overwatch, it always felt a little weird for me. Like, it felt very clunky. However, I found that these settings for high sensitivity players felt probably the smoothest, at least to me. Now, let's be real for a second here. Sensitivities are more or less personal things. Not everyone's gonna be able to adapt to this high sensitivity. So if you're thinking that this will make you a better player, ultimately it probably won't. However, I hope it does, and I hope you can actually find a reference from this to actually find a sensitivity that's better for you instead of this one. And at the end of the day, the game is more than just sensitivity options or mechanical skill. It's awareness, game sense, positioning. Now, if you're looking for other guides, you can refer to my TikTok. I have character specific tips there, including ones where like Genji's blade is actually longer on the floor than it is in midair. Just in general, just a few things not a lot of people know about in the game. And if you're a new player and you're trying to learn Overwatch for the first time, I will put a link in the description below for a certain channel. It goes to CarQ. CarQ is a great content creator who has tips and tricks for every single hero. He has certain game modes for each hero in case you want to practice it in the workshop, as well as character specific tips regarding pros who have been using those characters for a long time. So he's a great place to start if you want to understand these characters fundamentally and try to grasp what they can do and how much potential they actually have. So So yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys end up climbing. I hope this is a good video for you, and I hope you guys have a happy holidays. Later.